The Newsday continues here on One News Now. I'm Diego Castro. Hog raisers call on the government to subsidize the cost of vaccine against African swine fever. National Federation of Hog Farmers President Chester Tan said each dose should only cost less than 100 pesos. Tan added that financial assistance would encourage more hog farmers to push through with their business. For Federation of Free Farmers head Leonardo Montemayor, the provision of subsidies is uncertain. Montemayor, a former agriculture chief, told Radio 5 that the government may not have the budget for it. DA spokesperson Rex Estoperes assured hog farmers that the agency will make the ASF vaccine affordable.
Whether it's expensive or cheap siya, dapat meron sanang subsidy from our government. With the subsidy, siyempre itong mga farmer natin na yung talagang nag-aantay nitong vaccine para magsimula sila ulit, gaganahan sila. Kung merong subsidy, mas maraming makakapag-benefit.
The Bureau of Animal Industry says the field trial on the African swine fever vaccine has achieved a perfect success rate. BAI Assistant Director Arlene Vitayco said 100% of the pigs that were vaccinated produced antibodies. She adds the agency targets to import about 600,000 doses if given the go signal by the Food and Drugs Administration. Farmer groups are apprehensive of the country's membership in the Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership or RCEP. According to former Agriculture Chief Leonardo Montemayor, who is now head of the Federation for Free Farmers, several groups have strongly been opposing the RCEP, which took effect in the Philippines last June 2. Montemayor says that while the RCEP does not lower or remove tariffs for sensitive products like rice, it is still possible for imports to flood the local market. He says RCEP would make it easier to import such products. According to Montemayor, the agriculture sector is also apprehensive when it comes to the country keeping up with other countries in the free trade deal. This as the country's exports may not be at par with those of bigger countries like Japan and South Korea.
Quality-wise, hindi kasing mahusay. Talagang hirap tayo na makipagkompetensya dito po lalo na po sa sektor ng agriculture. Kaya yung lahat po ng mga preparasyon na dapat ginawa pa noon, dapat po mag-double time tayo. Para sa ganoon, magkaroon man lamang tayo ng masasabi nating fighting chance na maging competitive po dito sa ilalim po ng RCEP.
The Trade Department, for its part, vowed to track unwarranted surges in the volume of imports of industrial commodities. The DTI launched the Import Surge Monitoring System 2 days before the RCEP came into force in the country. The agency says this is to ensure that imports remain within amounts that will not threaten the local industry. Motorists may be in for some relief this week as oil companies are seen to implement rollbacks on fuel prices. According to a forecast by UniOil, prices of gasoline are seen to go down by up to 60 centavos per liter starting tomorrow, June 6. Diesel prices, on the other hand, are forecast to be slashed by 20 to 30 centavos per liter. If realized, the rollback would put an end to 3 straight weeks of price increases for gasoline. We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. Here's the Watching One News Now. I'm Diego Castro. The Finance Department expects the Maharlika Investment Fund to be fully operational before the end of the year. Finance Chief Ben Jokno says the agency is expected to prepare the IRR for implementing rules and regulations for Maharlika. Jokno also says they are tasked to look for people who will manage the fund. The Maharlika Investment Fund is currently up for the President's signature after it was passed by Congress last week. Jokno says that the bill will likely be signed by Marcos before the second State of the Nation address in July. On to some weather updates. The Habagat or southwest monsoon continues to bring rains over some parts of the country. Pagasa said monsoon rains are expected, particularly in the western sections of central and southern Luzon. Metro Manila and the rest of the country may also experience rains due to localized thunderstorms. Aside from Habagat, the Weather Bureau is now monitoring a low-pressure area west of Luzon. Cloud clusters which could develop into an LPA were also observed outside the Philippine territory.
Malaking bahagi pa rin ating bansa ay makararanas ho ng mga isolated rain showers and thunderstorms. Kung maalala ho ninyo, last week, nagsimula na ho yung panahon ng tag-ulan. Partikular na itong tag-ulan na to dito sa may western section ng Luzon at ng Visayas.
And those are the top stories of the hour. Join us again at 9:45 a.m. as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. I'm Diego Castro. We are One News. All sides, all the time.